Welcome to JUCO, Legend to Legacy. The Junior College World Series, also known as JUCO, the NJCAA Division I Baseball World Series, has been synonymous with the community of Grand Junction, Colorado for over a half a century. The most populated city on Colorado's western slope has been a staple of the NJCAA and America's marquee landmark for junior college baseball. The idea for a National Junior College Baseball Championship originated back in 1949 when the NJCAA was beginning to find its legs again following World War II. Financial and location problems quickly extinguished tentative plans for a tournament, but it wasn't long before the growing desire for a championship brought the issue back to the forefront. Mr. Tillman Tilly Bishop recounts his involvement in JUCO and how the facilities and the games have changed over the years.
I came to Mesa Community College in 1963. Actually in 62, then I was asked by then Coach Bergman, coach of the baseball team, if I would be willing to be his assistant baseball coach. And so we checked with the president and the director of athletics, and we got that all squared away. And that was the beginning of my introduction into the National Junior College Baseball Tournament. We called it tournament then, but it's a World Series now. Things were a lot different. We were running on shoestring budgets. Most of our games were traveling away. I probably set the record for the most tickets for speeding of any of the drivers.
Approximately one half of the NJCAA's 230 member institutions participated in intercollegiate baseball, and a majority of those programs supported the idea of a championship tournament. Despite the excitement and enthusiasm surrounding the concept, the NJCAA was unable to identify a sponsor or host that could adequately finance and support such an event.
But back here at the ballpark, when we had my first national tournament, the backstop was covered with chicken wire. Down third base line, people could put their lawn chairs. Close to that is where we had the dugouts. They were above ground dugouts because at that time we had a high, and still do, a high water level. They've since been able to correct that and put the dugouts down in the ground with a drainage system in place. But it was amazing that people would come out there, and the guys getting ready to go to bat at times would get harassed by the people right there. Today, at least, there are the stands. We took second that year, all the way through in good shape. And Miami-Dade is this was in 1963. Miami-Dade won the game either 20-1 or 19-1. But we wiped them out in an earlier game with a double game elimination. We just ran out of pitchers. Hitters went into a slump. The crowds were sitting on wooden bleachers. Somebody asked you, would you please slide over? You had to be very, very careful. And every once in a while you'd see somebody jump up, and you knew they had hit a splinter. But it's always been a popular event.
Cameron State College from Oklahoma won the two-day single elimination tournament and became the first baseball champions of the NJCAA. In 1955, I remember my father started talking about championship baseball. Swenson and my father used to talk about it all the time on fishing trips, according to Tex Tolman. Tex's father was actually in attendance at the 1958 tournament as an NJCAA regional director and a member of the baseball committee. Tolman saw the potential that the tournament had with the proper financial support and returned home with a vision. That vision soon became a reality in what the Grand Junction community fondly refers to as JUCO.
And has always drawn crowds, but today, real good crowds. But when you look at the facilities that we have today, comfortable seats, outfield, long first base, third base line.
Welcome to JUCO, Legend to Legacy.